There is a particular kind of heartbreak, one that does not come from betrayal or infidelity or screaming matches. It comes quietly when you've given your love gently, fully, consistently, and the moment you need someone to lean in, they disappear. Today's story is about that kind of heartbreak and how hard it is to realize that they did not love you. They loved being loved by you. Welcome to another episode of ChatGPT Reacts, where we find another Reddit story and we put it on ChatGPT and see what we learn out of it and take therapy from right together. So here we go. Okay. I, 32 male, was with my girlfriend for 3 years. She came into the relationship deeply anxious, financially stressed. I helped her pay off debt, encouraged her through her panic attacks, and held her through some of her darkest moments. I never made her feel like she owed me anything. I did it because I loved her. 2 months ago, I lost my job. I was burned out, struggling mentally. For the first time in a long time, I needed support. And that's when she changed. She got distant, she stopped checking in, she started nitpicking, and then last week she said she didn't feel the spark anymore. She said she needed someone more aligned with her growth, and she left. No thanks, no conversation, just gone. I feel like I was her emotional support system when she needed one, and now that I was not useful, I am disposable. Was the whole thing a transaction I didn't see? Alright. These kind of relationships which are transactional, which are based on receiving something from the person, not just love, but something materialistic, right? Gifts, money, support, not emotional support, but like financial support and all of that. It's very hard to really accept or to know that the person you are with is associated with you because of something that you have, which is materialist, which is a material, right? Which it's some material that you have. It could be money, it could be your house, it could be your car, or it could be anything. And once you don't have that material anymore, the person stops seeing any worth in you. We seek love, but when we go out and when we seek love, sometimes we go overboard and do everything for the person, right? We give them the gifts they deserve, we give them the life we feel like they should have. We shower them with gifts, the money, the gestures, and all of that. And in those moments, in that time when we are doing all of this, we sometimes fail to see that how is it being reciprocated, right? Is it a relationship where when you give some material to someone and that's when you receive love, or is it a relationship where you receive love irrespective of what you are giving to the other person? It's very hard. Okay, let's put this on ChatGPT and see that what does ChatGPT have to say on this? Here we go. All right. Okay. The feeling is valid and it has a name. Emotional abandonment. It happens when the care you gave becomes a silent expectation. And the moment that dynamic reverses, you're left alone. Psychologically, here's what might have happened. Number one, caregiver fatigue and role reversal collapse. In relationships where one person takes on the caregiver role, the dynamic often becomes lopsided. You become the strong one, the steady one, the one who gives. And without realizing it, the other person begins to rely on you emotionally without ever developing the muscle to support you. And when that role reverses, when the caregiver fails, the structure breaks. Not because you're weak, but because the other person never learned how to love you without receiving something in return. That's a very fresh way to think about it. This is something because we always end up saying that, okay, the other person just loves me because I keep giving them something. But this whole explanation of role reversal collapse, it also makes sense, right? Some people just never learn to take responsibility. Okay. The second thing is unspoken transactional dynamics. Many relationships operate on emotional transactions masked as love. I feel safe with you because I depend on you to feel okay. And when you stop providing that safety due to burnout, grief, or hardship, the illusion collapses. This does not mean your love was fake, but it means theirs was conditional. Absolutely right. Sometimes if it's not material, it is still something. You're feeling emotionally safe with someone, or you're just clinging on to someone because you feel that you're not as anxious around them because they keep reassuring you or they keep emotionally supporting you in certain ways. And when they are in a certain phase of their life and they're not able to give you that, you feel like this is not working out and then you leave. So this is also some sort of a transactional dynamic. And the third thing is avoidance of guilt and emotional immaturity. When people leave those who have cared for them deeply, guilt comes up. To escape that guilt, many unconsciously rewrite the narrative. I wasn't happy anyway. We weren't compatible. I need to grow. These reframes help them to justify the exit. so they don't have to face their own emotional immaturity or acknowledge what they're leaving behind. It is a lot to grasp and process. Let's just sit with the heartbreak of being discarded after years of showing up. It's not just the loss that hurts, it's the fact that your love was so quiet, so constant, so assumed that it was never seen. And now you're just not grieving the person. You're grieving the version of you that you gave without being asked. The version that believed that it was mutual. The version that thought that love meant loyalty. But here's the hard truth and the healing one. You weren't loved the way you needed. And that doesn't mean that you were wrong to love. What you did, the way you showed up, it matters. Even if they couldn't meet you there, even if they walked away. Love is not a contract, it's a pattern. When you find yourself constantly giving, fixing, holding, and being left, that's not love. This is imbalance. You deserve reciprocity. Not perfection, but mutual effort. Someone who says, now it's my turn to hold you. You weren't a placeholder, you were a sanctuary. And they left because they couldn't live up to the love that you offered. So here's my invitation to you. If you have ever been left after pouring yourself into someone else's healing, please know you're not your love was not wasted. It was sacred. And next time it gets to be seen, held, matched. Drop your story in the comments. If you have ever felt disposable after being someone's anchor, I see you. You're not too much. You were just with someone who gave too little. This is ChatGPT Reacts, and this space is for everyone who loved hard and is still learning how to be loved back.